This is Channel 2 Action News at 6 p.m. Coverage you can count on.
A daring escape for a man held hostage for nearly a week, all while police surrounded some of his alleged kidnappers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jovita Moore in for Monica Pearson.
And I'm John Pruitt, and tonight we've learned that Juan David Arce Flores managed to fight off one of his alleged abductors while just miles away, police surrounded two other suspects who arranged a late-night pickup of ransom money, a confrontation that turned deadly. New at 6, Channel 2 investigative reporter has the exclusive details behind the kidnapping and the escape. Let's go now to Mark Winnie.
Well, John, Arce Flores is not totally free of problems. His lawyer told me here outside the Gwinnett County Jail a short while ago that she has met with him. He has a pending case here, a possession of meth case he's working to resolve, but this lawyer has apparently already been working for days in her client's behalf, but above and beyond the call of legal duty with a well-known private eye.
We both thank God that he's alive, and he broke down into tears.
After the shooting of a suspect at the Waffle House this morning, he was at another location and somehow got away.
Correct. He looks like he's been roughed up a bit. He hasn't eaten in 4 or 5 days. They kept him tied up and gave him only water. Defense attorney Kathy Alderman says normally her job is to get her clients out of jail. But this time, she worked for days on little sleep to get one out of the hands of kidnappers. She says a close friend of Juan David Arce Flores came to her. Well, she told me he'd been kidnapped and they were asking a $2 million ransom, which was, of course, impossible to come up with. And what went through my mind was, we're going to get him out of this. She says after trying 2 days to find out who had jurisdiction, she turned to private investigator T.J. Ward. He says he located a key witness and coordinated with Sandy Springs Police from there. And I have to say that the Sandy Springs Police Department has been fabulous, fabulous. They took charge right away.
The information that I got, I turned over to the Sandy Springs Police.
At one point, Ms. Alderman says she put up $50,000 of her own cash as a possible down payment to the abductors, hiring off-duty police to guard her at home. She says the money is back in a safe place. I would have done this for any human being, but since he is a client, I was not gonna let them win. She says Arce Flores told her after the Waffle House shooting, 2 of his 3 guards left, and he overpowered the one who stayed behind and fled in a daze to a church. But because he looked so rough, the church called the police, and the police came and took him into custody and saved him. Did you expect this one to turn out with a living victim?
I was in hope that we would, from the information that we were communicating back and forth in our work with law enforcement.
And T.J. Ward seemed to go out of his way to praise the work done by the Sandy Springs, Gwinnett, and Cobb Police. As for what made the kidnappers apparently think that Arce Flores might have $2 million, well, Kathy Alderman said there's an ongoing investigation. Some information is still privileged. Got the impression there's still a lot we don't know about this one. Reporting live, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
The planned ransom drop for Arce Flores turned deadly when police moved in to arrest the suspected kidnappers. Channel 2's Jody Fleischer is live in Sandy Springs with that part of the investigation. Jody?
Well, Jovita, as Mark just mentioned, there are many things even the police here in Sandy Springs still don't know about this case, but they are relieved that Juan Arce Flores was found alive, especially given the violent ransom exchange and kidnapping that lasted almost a week.
It is bizarre because at this point, we're not sure what the connection is between him and the kidnapper.
But Sandy Springs police do believe there is a connection between Juan David Arce Flores and the men they say barged into his cousin's apartment last week demanding money.
6 men dressed in all black that had police written on their shirt came into his apartment around 2 in the morning, bound and gagged him.
His cousin called Arce Flores' parents in Mexico, who called an ex-girlfriend here. She called Sandy Springs police after the kidnappers made a $2 million ransom demand. The drop was set up at this Gwinnett County Waffle House early Monday morning.
One of the suspects in the car made a threatening move toward the officers, and they, of course, returned fire to him.
23-year-old Richard Garcia is dead. 24-year-old Jose Ramirez Perez is in jail, charged with kidnapping. Arce Flores escaped another captor and was spotted walking down the street, but gave an officer a fake name and birth date when he was found, perhaps because there was a warrant for his arrest for skipping out on a drug charge last year.
The odd thing to us is you're weighing that against a kidnapping and a possible deadly situation. You would think that the failure to appear would be less of a priority.
Now, police here tell me they still aren't sure whether the victim's drug history may or may not factor into this kidnapping case. They are still questioning all of the people involved, mainly because they want to determine just how many kidnappers may still be on the loose. Reporting live in Sandy Springs, Jody Fleischer, Channel 2 Action News.
New at 6, we confirmed in the last 30 minutes that a DeKalb County officer has just resigned from the force. This follows his arrest on drunk driving charges. Chamblee police arrested 22-year-old Jose Vizcaino Caro yesterday. They say